Hey guys, welcome back to another drawing video. Today we are going to draw one of my favorite ocean animals, a seahorse. I love seahorses. I think they are so cool and so interesting. They have this curly tail here that they will use to grab onto stuff like seaweed or kelp or coral or even each other because they're really bad swimmers. Their fins are tiny and just not very strong, and they kind of get swept around the ocean really easily. So they hold on to stuff with their tails. They have a lot of cool fins and shapes and colors too. And something else that's really interesting about them, I think, is that the boy seahorse is actually the one who carries the eggs. The girl seahorse lays the eggs into a little pouch on the boy's belly, kind of like how a kangaroo has a pouch. And then the boy will carry the eggs around until they hatch, and then the babies, all swim out. So I just think that's kind of interesting. For our drawing today, I would recommend that you start with pencil. There's a lot of details on this one that are fun to do, but then you can change them up if you need to. And then of course, make sure you have some really fun colors to make your seahorse whatever you want it to look like. But let's go get our stuff and let's get started. All right, guys, let's get started with our seahorse's head. I know when you look at this drawing, it looks like it's really complicated, but we're gonna break it down into very easy shapes and lines. So you guys can all do this and it's not that bad. With the head, I wanna leave space on top for like the little curlies and the fin on the back. So I'm gonna start a little bit below the top of my paper, but I'm gonna do this in the middle. And I am going to draw a curved line like a frowny mouth. It's like the top of an oval as well. Leave a little space, and then do another curved line like a smiley mouth, and we want it to connect back to the first one. We're going to draw the little snout by doing 2 straight lines, and then kind of like an oval shape at the end that doesn't connect all the way. Real quick, let's draw a little oval for the eye just because it's so cute. Now this part you want to do slow, and I recommend, again, pencil, because it's just kind of like a weird line we're going to make. We're going to start by making the smooth part of the back here, okay? See how it goes out, and then back, and then out, and then back. So starting near the back of the head, I'm going to draw a line that goes out a little ways, and then back, and then out again, and then back, and kind of a little further forward. On the other side, I'm going to start right in the middle of this curve, and I'm going to draw a line that goes down, and then out, and then out, and then out. It's got a big round pot belly, and then back, and there's just a little space left here for me to curve my line and connect back to the point. This part I know might be a little bit tricky, because it's just like you got to get those curves right. Something to think about is that these 2 lines kind of mimic each other. They curve at the same time, but it's just that the front keeps going and going and going to make that round pot belly, and this one does, its little extra curve. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to draw this little curly here. So starting right from the point, make a line that goes out and curls like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw our spiky fin that goes all the way around pretty much. I'm going to start not in the middle of the head but a little bit back, make a straight line, and then I'm going to do a zigzag. I like to try to make my zigzag kind of even, but do your best. As the back curves in, try to have your zigzag kind of curve with the back if you can, so that it goes out and then back in to match how the body goes. When you get here, stop. You're going to make a smooth line now that just kind of goes along the curve. And then as it gets close to this end of the curl, you want to get smaller till it touches, so you have a point at the end. We're also going to make these little curlies on the head. I start with the one closest to this fin here by doing a circle, and then when that circle touches the top of the head, I'm going to make a little curl. So I'm going to make 2 more, circle and then a curl, circle and a curl. Now we're going to start adding in a few details. Let's start with our extra line for the belly here. Straight up and down, and then curve with the belly, and then just let it kind of connect back here. And now we're going to add a bunch of straight lines to show some kind of raise in the fins and things like that. In this fin, I usually draw my straight lines coming right out of the part of the zigzag that goes down. You definitely don't have to. I just think it's an easy place to tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna make a straight line here. Your straight lines are gonna change direction a little bit as they curve around the body. See how here they're going straight across and here they're going up and down. Just do whatever makes sense. And then continue these all the way until you get to the end of the tail. And then we're gonna do some straight across lines on the belly. I like to have these ones that are on the roundest part of the belly be a little curved so that you can see how round he is. And now we're gonna draw our little scenery. You don't have to add these things, but I think it's fun. I like to first do kind of a bumpy line for the ground. Once in a while I'll draw like a little rock. For the seaweed, you're gonna do a wavy line, and then another wavy line next to it, but when you get close to the top, get closer, closer, closer until it's pointy. Inside the seaweed, I like to draw a little line that stops before it gets to the top. Alright, I like to draw a little trail of bubbles. They're just little circles. I like to have them get smaller and smaller. And then if you want to draw these shells that I made, I start by doing 2 little diagonal lines, connecting the bottom with a straight line, and then the top has 2 kind of curved lines. They're just curved a little bit. And then you make a few bumps on the top. Then these bumps in between them, draw little straight lines to make it look like a shell. I'll do another one here. And there you have it, guys. I have my seahorse and all my details and decorations, and I'm ready to color. Have fun with coloring it in because seahorses come in all sorts of colors. You could even give your spots or stripes or make it look really special. It's totally up to you, so just have fun. Alright guys, I hope you had fun coloring and drawing your seahorses with me today. I bet it was easier than you thought it was going to be. When you see a seahorse, they look kind of intimidating to draw. Intimidating means scary, like you think it's going to be too hard for you to do. But when we broke it down into those easy shapes and lines, it really wasn't so bad. I would love to see these drawings and love to see the way you colored it and the details you added. But either way, I will see you guys for another drawing video tomorrow. Bye!